Hey, how's it going, guys? Wow, there's actually like people here. I kind of didn't expect that, to be honest. Hopefully, you guys out there can hear us okay and see us okay. Um, yeah, it's very cool to actually like do this. Yeah, there we are. Okay, there's the chat. Uh, yeah, I think there's a bit of a delay. I remember on the plural association stream yesterday, there was like maybe a 20 to 30-second delay. I'm actually going to type in there to refresh if it's not working. Hopefully that wasn't horrible to listen to. Oh wow, okay, we got Ring System, we got Phoenix System, Jedi Gen Mima, Vesper Wings, Abyss Network, and Plural Problems. Very cool. And Aurora Borealis. How's everyone doing today? We've had a bit of a busy morning ourselves. We went with the Soxes. Oh yeah, I should probably say this is Sandra. Um, let me I don't know if I can change like what the name of this stream is, but whatever. It's Sandra. Um, yeah. So we went with the Soxes to open a joint savings account at a credit union, which is very, very married and very adult of us. The little back letterboard. Oh, to show like who's fronting. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, tattoo is lovely. Yeah, I could change that ring system, but let me show you the mess I gotta go through to do that right now. And very gay of me. Yes, it was very gay of us to do that. Ignore the radiator hissing, by the way. This is what I gotta deal with when I film. But yeah, to change it, I gotta manually sort through all of these. I dropped one, so I don't know where that went. I'm actually right before the stream. I was going to actually work on like sorting them out. I got all these like little Ziploc bags. We play a lot of board games, and I was gonna go and like sort each letter into its own bag, and then I didn't. So that'll be a project for another time. Yeah, so we did that, and then we went to Home Depot and to my bank because I'm at a different bank still. I need to get a cashier's check or like an official check to update some legal stuff with my name that I still haven't done after like a year. So yeah, and we also went to Home Depot to get some seeds. I feel like Ellen might switch in if I start talking about this, but so you guys actually get like the first peek at what our garden's going to be like this year. An exclusive shit. This stream will have swears, by the way, and probably a lot of them, because I actually swear a lot in, you know, our real actual life, and when it's me on camera, I'm able to like calm that down for like 30 minutes to record. Claudia just cannot. But if I'm just live and I'm just kind of like off the cuff and responding to people, yeah, there's gonna be some swearing. Yeah, we're also autistic. Sorting can be fun. I do like sorting, but when I have to like sit down and do it, like it's the effort of like starting, you know? I'm glad you like swears, Phoenix System. So let's see. Where do we want to start? So the thing that... Oh, it's me. All right. Ellin, hi. So, I unintentionally sort of color-coded the garden, or I did a color theme with the garden. So, of course, once again, we have sunflowers that we're going to put in. I haven't decided whether they're going to be in the center of the garden or if they're going to be spread out throughout. I was I don't know who I spoke with about this. I think it was our tattoo artist that I was just going to take all the seeds in my fist and just sort of spread them out. But regardless, we have sunflowers, we have autumn beauties, which are a variety pack. We have lemon queens. I hope these colors are coming through all right. I know that we tend to get a little washed out in this lighting. We sometimes color correct, but not often. Mammoths, the big ones, these grow up to, I believe, 10 feet, 7 to 12 feet. And then velvet queens. We have the lemon queen and the velvet queen. And then, so the rest of the garden is largely purplish. So the thing that immediately caught my eye when I was picking things out was Celosia, king coral. It's very interesting. It looks like a brain. Yes, red sunflowers are a thing. Last year we had some dark red ones. They were called Chianti, I believe, like the wine. And yes, ring system. We will get to the non-flower seeds after I finish this bit. So then we have Hungarian blue poppies, larkspur, giant imperial mixed colors. Again, kind of purpley, ready. I didn't know hydrangeas kind of looked like brains as well. Which ones are hydrangeas? Are they the like kind of ones that are like clumps of flowers? I'll have to Google that in a moment. And then Chinese lanterns. These are one that also caught my eye. They're very interesting. And then to sort of fill out the color pool, I got some things for like ground level. I bought 2 Elysium Carpet of Snow, and it was at this moment I realized I didn't know how to describe hydrangea off the top of my head. I understand that. Oh, Vesper says yes, they like the clumps. That's interesting. I think her mother grows hydrangeas. I could be wrong. And then I also bought Snow and Summers, which are, it looks like they're a bit more daisy-like, or a bit more, almost chamomile-like. So yes, those are interesting for the front garden. Thank you. I think that it was a nice contrast as well. So then, nice to see you as well, Legible Potato. I am doing well. Anne from Legible Potato. So let's start with the ones that I picked. The socks is yes, we sometimes have the we sometimes have the sympathetic switching as well, and it's sometimes a little odd. We also sometimes have I don't know how to describe it. It's like a twofold thing. Sometimes we'll hear a name, and we'll hear a name, and it will activate someone new in the system. Like they were waiting around for the right thing. That happened with Harmony recently. Her name isn't Hominy like Hominy like the corn. Harmony. Have to sound like my forced American voice. Let us go eat a hamburger and watch a movie in America. All of our baseline like singlet Sona impressions are basically the same. Newbie here, 1 month diagnosed. I didn't know sympathetic switching was a thing. I get blobby watching some DID education videos sometimes. It is a thing, much like everything for system things. It's not something everyone experiences. Thank you, about my American accent. It's not a thing that everyone experiences. It's you know, it varies from system to system, but it is somewhat common. Vesper says that they experience the sympathetic name thing as well. Oh, Power to the Plurals are here. Hello. We really enjoyed your stream yesterday. For those who are just joining and maybe not so familiar with our channel, I'm Ellin. Hello. Caretaker. I'm talking about garden plans currently. I got a little. It was great to have us in the chat. Oh, thank you. It's very flattering. I got a little sidetracked, so these are the ones that I bought, and I think these are the ones that I'm going to force everyone to eat on camera this year. We bought Tequila Sunrise hot peppers. I don't know how hot these are. It does not say a Scoville kind of thing on the package. It's something I'll have to look up on the Burpee website because they typically have the Scoville index on there. Maybe I'll do that now. That might be fun. No. I'll finish getting through these, and then I will look this up. Cicada system here. We adore your system and what you do for the community and hope you're doing well, Alexandrite system. That's very sweet. Thank you. I suppose it hasn't clicked that people actually like watch our content yet. Because for the first several months, 3-4 months, which is nearly half the channel's lifespan, we were doing this to an audience of maybe 10, an audience of dozens maybe. But now we put up a video and it goes to a couple hundred views in a couple of days typically, which is amazing. So that's it's very humbling to say that to hear that we make an impact for people. Dug through your whole channel and watched almost everything. It's really helped us. Thank you. It's sweet. Oh, you're all going to make me cry. Please. I've cried on camera too many times already. Anyway, we have these poinsettia hot peppers. These ones were a request from the Soxes. This was their pick. And then they also bought soybeans and okra, because they want to make, we tried making, it's such a thing, we tried making a vindaloo a couple of weeks ago, and it came out just absolute garbage. It tasted fine, but it was not vindaloo. So we didn't add okra as a thing, and we didn't know that was a thing in vindaloos. We always think of okra as like a Southern Americana kind of thing, like fried okra and all that. So yes, it was. Well, we're going to try again sometime in the summer. Make an impact on us. Oh goodness. Hello. I love you, Rings, Dissociated, Team Pinata, and so many more. You've all helped me so much already, and I can't say how much we appreciate you. That is very heady praise. Putting us with Ring System and Dissociated and Team Pinata. It is very humbling. I'm on my phone because I'm looking at the Scoville heat of the tequila sunrises. I'm not. Anyway, it's very humbling to say. I really like. Your channel has helped me along with the biggest DID YouTubers. And it's odd. I was looking up burpee seeds, and they are called Tequila Sunrise. Equila. Oh, pop-ups. I can't seem to find them. Okay. Google brought it up. We should try and make our own hot sauce. We have. That was one of our early videos. We made a fermented hot sauce. That was back in August. We have a lot of it still. Just a lot. It makes so much. If we could find a way to reliably ship it, we would sell it, but it's a lot. Okay, so someone. It says hot pepper, but somebody said that it's sweet. Oh, some people. I'm sorry to just read you the things that I'm reading, but somebody online said that the seeds that they received for Tequila Sunrise were mislabeled, and they were actually tequila peppers, which are a type of bell pepper, not a type of hot pepper. It says sell by 2020, so they should be the same. They're not listed on the website, though. Odd. Interesting. Fantastic. So, what was it that I was saying? Oh, this little fluff right here. We need a haircut. I'm willing to give up the ability to pull my hair back to make it a bit better. I guess it will be Tequila Surprise. That's. I don't think there's a way to pin a message in chat. No, I could. The only options are to ban you. I'm not going to ban for a pun. Let me get a drink here. Much better. So there was a thing that we were going to say after the garden. Hello, Gideon. Ellin is fronting at the moment. There was something we were going to say while we were talking about this. I don't know. If anyone had the topic that we were about to talk about, and then we said, after this we'll talk about it, let us know. Does anyone have any questions? Let's open the floor, I suppose. Oh my goodness, it's been 25 minutes already. That's... time flies. I suppose we'll say here that for our 500 subscriber video, we were planning on doing a like Q&A. Just sort of, you guys can submit questions, and we would do do videos of us answering them. So look forward to that in roughly 50 subscribers. It is a Night in the Woods shirt. We have, this is a like official one. There's no way I'm going to actually be able to show this on camera, but it has a custom tag on it. And it's like in character. It says like miss someone's home ec class than a year, and I find that very nice. It's a nice touch, and we have another Night in the Woods shirt. We have the Claudia wears that one a lot. The one with all the characters on it. Our sisters gave us that one. Do you have any advice for systems who are trying to make their own videos? Make them for yourself. That is the best advice I can say. Make them because you enjoy making them. Not because you want to, I don't know, get famous for some reason. Just focus on the idea of making an impact to one person or to getting to know yourself, yourselves better. Because really, this is a hobby for us. It's possible that I mean, it's inevitable that one day we'll stop doing this, but we never plan on monetizing this, really. Maybe a Patreon just to do things like get us a proper camera and maybe some lights. But do it because you love it. Also, make sure that your lighting looks okay and that your sound looks okay. And if you're having an intro and outro song, please, for the love of all that is good, make sure that it is balanced in sound to the rest of your video. I can't tell you the number of videos where they have some sort of intro and outro that just blasts my eardrums. Or the opposite, they'll play an intro song that's very quiet and then they'll just be so long. So, yes, that's my advice. Do it because you enjoy it. And copyright free music, yes. Don't get your asses sued. I'm not going to say we made the mistake of doing this because it was intentional, and we knew that it would get copyright claimed. But we played When the River Meets the Sea at the end of putting up the Gifting Tree Day video. It was maybe 20 seconds of it, and it got absolutely claimed. Luckily, we don't monetize, so they didn't really do anything. They didn't ask us to take it down. They didn't give us a strike or anything. But they were like, if you monetize this, we are going to take all the money from that video. So that's fine. We're not going to monetize it. Shame. I really liked the ending of that one. Let me see. It is possible that your system has already talked about this, but how did you get to a decision about the body's hair? I'm in the boat of Buzz cutting the head, but the others rather have it longer. And you and Claudia are kindred spirits. So it's a lot. It's a big decision. Basically, we tend to veto anything that would make someone too uncomfortable. That is the reason that we won't let Claudia buzz our hair at the moment, is that we it would make Sandra cry. That's basically it. Sandra would not recover from that. Um, we have some troubles at work with after 2 goddamn years. Still, some employees there do not call us by the proper pronouns. At least not all the time. There are some slip-ups. They are more rare than they used to be, but still a problem. I don't think a buzz cut would help exactly though. I prefer our hair long, maybe even longer than this, that I can tie it up. Dice prefers about this length, or maybe a little shorter, about here. Susan would like bangs, and I'm not sure how that would look on our face. Basically, long hair is sort of the thing that most of us can agree on. We've honestly been talking about cutting it back into a bob just for sensory reasons. It doesn't. When we don't. Alright, we have to have the autism discussion. Because we are autistic, we don't. It's sometimes difficult to shower every day. Yes, because of sensory things. And we don't like. When our hair is long, it feels worse when it gets gross. When it's short, it's better. So that's one of the reasons we might be cutting it again. It's a whole thing. Basically, I have no answer, is my answer. My answer is good luck. Compromise is the key to any system. I'm glad others agree about the sound blasting the ears out. It seems like such an obvious thing. How do you make videos when you also have other disabilities that make functioning hard? You work around your disability, you work with it. You find something that you can do that allows you to still make videos while conserving the most energy. Our spouse is working towards an occupational therapy degree, so they're very big into this whole thing where you work towards what you want to do. That is your priority for the therapy, and so basically just sort of apply that lens. What can you do to make this hobby achievable to yourself? Is it perhaps that you need to not edit the videos? Is it that you need to maybe have it just be voiceover because you're not comfortable with your appearance, or with bright lights or something along those lines? Are you perhaps socially anxious and you're afraid of community reception? You can always turn comments off. Try and work with it. That's the best that I can say. I'm trying to catch up here. I'm a bit long-winded. Yes, ring system is absolutely correct. Go for it, make videos, but do it because it's art and because you love it. Yes, it is art. I think everyone thinks of art as this like big, impenetrable subject that only artists can do. But art is anything that you create. How long did it take for you to get diagnosed? We haven't... Oh, it scrolled away. We haven't really talked to our doctors yet about our alters. So here's our dirty secret. We are not diagnosed officially. So we've discussed this in our video, I'm a trans person with DID. Dice talked about this, where we are not currently seeking a diagnosis because it can hold you back in a lot of ways, especially when you're a trans woman who may or may not want to get bottom surgery. Excuse me. We feel we may have already blown that chance since one of us just let it slip to a psychiatrist, which is an ongoing conversation. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything will be alright. And that would be years down the line anyway. But we're not diagnosed. Sandra's blending in again. We're not diagnosed, we're not seeking a diagnosis, and but we do have a therapist who has more or less said that we have DID. It's a whole thing. We're only a month into our DID. I'm sorry that all of these questions are just milquetoast non-answers. We're only a month into our diagnosis. We're dealing with the shock and denial. As a very long-term host, any words of wisdom? Oh, we are only 1 year into this. Also, I don't consider myself host. Any words of wisdom for dealing with shock and denial? Oh Lord, is this going to be another switch on camera? Alright, so, Sandra again, hi. Basically, watch a lot of videos from other system YouTubers if you're into that, and like, my solution was do a lot of research, because that's my solution to a lot of things. Get to know your system members, reach out to them. I find that once you get to know them, they're less scary, and it's less frightening to have them with you. Slowly communicate with the system more and try and set up a way to communicate and possibly write down something to help remember info about system members. Yeah. It's a good idea. Autism Pride, hell yeah. Oh goodness. Same here, we mostly agree on short hair, yeah. Yeah, it's okay to go slow. This is not a race. Because, fact of the matter is, you're all stuck together. So you got time. Have to start with unedited videos of our kitties until my protector can ease up a little bit. Oh, our little kitty is over there. He's chilling. Hey, bud. Yawn. Oh, here he comes. Did I get your attention? You want to be on the stream? Trying to pick him up so they won't run away. There he is. Everyone say hi to Archer. Got anything to say to the people? Nope. He just wants down. There you go, sir. Trans-feminine aspect to the other's decision. Took a long-term host nearly 10 years to acknowledge some of our members. Still struggle with denial in some ways, yeah. Not even sure what counts as a diagnosis. Yeah, that's a whole thing too. One could technically say that we are diagnosed since our therapist has been like, yeah, this is what's going on. We don't, it's not like on our insurance forms or whatever. Like, it's, like, in some ways we are diagnosed, in some ways we are not. In some ways it's still self-diagnosis. I've been told I have ADHD and DID, etc., but it's not like public info or anything. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's a lot. I kind of think that any attempt to gatekeep by saying that you have to have a diagnosis to like consider yourself a system is inherently classist and racist and to a degree sexist too. It's not accessible to everyone. Ableist too. Oh, sorry, I scared our cat. Yeah, it's fucked up, basically. And I think those systems who feel that way should really think about why they feel that way. Avoiding diagnosis as long as we can because we might want surgery someday. Mood. I wish this would stop auto-scrolling. Yeah, Ring System says, as they say, it's safer to not have the diagnosis. Yeah, how many switches can we fit? There's a reason. Everyone is there for a reason. The main thing we can recommend. Yeah. I found getting to know everyone was easier in the idea of like trying to figure out what maybe everyone's original role was, or like maybe that's not great advice, but I found it easier to relate to some members when our cat is rubbing against the table we have this on, and it's like a shitty like a, I don't know, it's like a pull-out table. So yeah, I like when Robin showed up, I found it like pretty easy to start talking to him because like we figured out incredibly quickly that he holds a bunch of stuff from like when we were in drama club, so I could talk to him a little bit about that. Same, I researched everything. Yeah, mood. Archer, yeah, he's a good boy. Oh, this is interesting. When we were new to us and getting to know each other, we made a secret group on Facebook where we started to post things we liked, signed them, and started talking to each other. It really helped. Yeah, Ring System has this video about how to like system resources. This video is like a year old now, I think, maybe more. But there are some apps that you can get that are like roleplay apps where you can essentially have a custom Instagram feed, more or less, where each of your characters can like post their own stuff and others can comment. And it's like, it's a closed app, I believe. I would watch their video on that. It's on their channel. It's been a while since I watched it, so I don't know what the app is. Setting up a Discord server might also be good. It's a lot more work. Pluralbot, Pluralkit, not Pluralbot, is it's a lot of effort to set up properly. But once you get it set up, any other server that you're in that uses Pluralkit, you're already there. So you only have to set it up once, theoretically. having a journal with what the main host calls evidence has helped them be aware of us. Yeah, having like stuff to cling to when you feel like that doubt is always really good. I cling to a lot of moments that I remember. One of which being that I don't remember if I've talked about this in a video, but it's sorry, my neck. There was this moment when I was taking a shower, and it was Claudia, Dice, and Beatrice were all having a fight, like back here, just like a really bad argument. And it was like I had nothing to do with this, and it was just going. I couldn't stop it, and so like I couldn't even say like, oh, I'm just like imagining this. Like it kept going. Like I was trying to talk to Mads, and it was just like I couldn't focus on what they were saying because it was just this argument in my head. Buddy, in or out? Why are you sticking your head through the flap? We have a cat flap on our door, and he's just... There he goes. He was just like hanging half in, half out. Little weirdo. Yeah, so that's one thing I cling to. Like our therapist said one time around that time, I was talking about like sometimes I think I'm faking it. And she said, do you think you're faking it? And like she was like, were you faking this? Were you faking this? And I was like, I feel like if I was faking it, it would be less drama. There would be less drama in the system. That's kind of the thing I cling to. Partly diagnosed, but in a different state. Mwahaha. Nice. Same with trans stuff. Yeah, any gatekeeping that involves a diagnosis, fuck that, man. Like fuck that. Yeah, you swear. Here's some more. Archer makes an appearance in appearance 2.0 in wobbly footage. Hard for me to get to know everyone because we have over 30 members. Do your best. That's all I can really say. Like, except that maybe you're not going to know everyone completely. Like, I don't know Robin all that well. I don't know Marigold all that well. Lexi, Beatrice, Camilla I've gotten to know pretty well. Harmony, I just know her name. Like, it's a process, and again, you got your life. There, Ring System says the apps are Self-Talking and Mystagram, Mystagram. Cats can never decide in or out. Oh my god. So, let me tell you about our cat. So our wonderful cat, he started getting to this phase where he would just meow outside of our door, just like all night. And we used to, he went through this phase like a couple of years ago too, and we would just ignore him. Yes, let me stop this story. Yeah, Power to the Plurals says, we have a list available that is called Get to Know Your Alters Better for those who need it. It's a list with over 100 questions that you can ask headmates to answer. Yeah, that's a great list. I've seen that, and a great idea. Like getting to know you questions, it's fun, little icebreakers and stuff. It's good. Yeah, thank you for that resource, guys. Anyway, so the cat. he went through this phase a couple of years ago where he was meowing outside the door, and for a little bit I would go down and I would like hang out in the basement with him, which is where we like that's our space in this house. We live with our in-laws. And so where is list? Power to the plurals, you able to drop that in the chat? Maybe you can if I make you a mod. Let's try that. I'm also gonna ring system your mod too. I trust y'all. So yeah, power to the plurals. If you have that link, you should be able to drop it now. All right, thanks for dropping by, Legible Potato. So yeah, I used to go and hang out in the basement with him, and sometimes just sleep down there. And ooh, sorry, it's raining out here, and these windows are a little bit loose, so sometimes they rattle. So yeah, I would sleep down there with him, and it became this thing where like every night he would be outside of our door, and if I didn't go down and sleep with him, he wouldn't shut up. And so we eventually just kind of put a stop to this. We were like, he can meow all night if he wants, and he did. But eventually he stopped. And then a few months ago, he just started up again, and we started letting him into the room. And then he wanted this all the time. And so it was really affecting our sleep at one point, because he would meow to get in, and then he would be in here for like an hour. Yes, list in 5 languages. Thank you, power to the plurals. The link is in there, and we'll link it in the description. Yeah, he would meow to get in. It would be like an hour, and then he would scratch at the window above our head to get out. It would just be like, and yeah, of course, well, you're welcome for letting you share it, of course. And this would go on for like the entire night, and it was like having a baby. Like, well, I'm not gonna say that for all the actual parents out there, but it was a lot, man. Like, we did not sleep great for like several weeks, and then we were like, fuck it, we're putting a cat flap on our door. And then it was a whole thing where he had to learn the cat flap. Like, we had to like train him how to use it, and basically we just kind of like sink or swimmed him on it. Like, the door is staying, we left it like propped open for a while so that he could see that that it is a place that you can like go through, and like we like put our arm through, and he gathered that it is a thing. But then we like put it down, and he couldn't figure out that he could still go through it even though it's clear. So it became this thing where we had to let him like figure it out, and he figured out the way in, but then he was scratching at the window for us to let him out. So he had to figure out the door puzzle the opposite way too. Yeah, cat here is a portal. Yeah. Yeah, so that was a great month. But now he's figured it out, and he can be a little asshole in here all he wants. The other night he woke us up after, this was yesterday morning technically. This actually is going in our day in the life video because Claudia started filming like pretty much right after this. He was in here and just like running around and just nonstop. And so I picked him up and I opened the door and I just like plopped him down and he just galloped away. And it was so much. I got like 2 hours of sleep and then I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep until like 5 a.m. and I had to be up at like 8 for a therapy appointment. So y'all got that to look forward to with our day in the life video. Yeah, it is time to Zoom. We call it the Zoomies. Having some Zoomies. Yeah. Bye, Jedi Gen Ma. It was nice seeing you. Cats are like toddlers. Like, he's a dummy who wants to spend his, as much of his old life with us as he can. It's like I can't really be mad at him for like wanting to spend all his time with us. Like he loves us. I wish he would love us during the hours that we were awake. Any other questions? I know I got kind of like sidetracked with a lot of those. But yeah, any questions, feel free to ask. We might wrap up here in a bit. Either we'll wrap up in 5 minutes or we'll go for like another half hour. Depends on how much we got to talk about still. Ours does that a lot when she isn't alerting or blocking. She's not trained, but she thinks she's a service animal. She just blots. I don't quite understand what that means. We're not very familiar with service animal stuff. But that you're valid. You're valid, Binary Snow. Why did you start doing YouTube? It was a thing that we were talking about for a while. It started in May where we were like, it would be kind of fun to like do that. And there was so we're on Tumblr because we've been on Tumblr for 10 years and we're not leaving. It's as simple as that. So we were on Tumblr and we saw this post that was like describing what it felt like for was this the ring system? It might have been ring system saying this, like what it felt like that for them to switch. And it made me feel like, oh, that's not how I switch. Like I feel like it started up the like, am I faking it thing? And so like that combined with a few other things, a lot of systems on YouTube seem to have one or more members who like always know about the system or like know a lot about the system, and like we do not have that, unfortunately. So we wanted to, I talk about this in my intro video, we wanted a dumbass system representation for all the systems out there who are just collectively a dumbass. So the nice way of putting that is we wanted to have representation out there for systems who don't feel represented, and we wanted to say, and we say this a lot on our channel, your system is not like anyone else's in the world. Like, your system is wholly unique to you, and your experiences are going to be wholly unique to you. Like, you're not going to find a system that you 100% like everything you experience, they experience. It's just not going to happen. And so we wanted to emphasize that in my video, our videos. Pronoun confusion. Oh, dat me, I'm a dumbass. Mood. Yeah, that's what I wanted, and kind of what we collectively wanted. Claudia wanted a space to vent, I think, to vent about me mostly. Um, some of the others I would be fun because they have like bubbly personalities like Dice. Marigold was originally going to be like pretty big into the channel. She's only made one video. She hasn't even like come out for her Meet the Altars video. She just wanted to paint on camera that one day, and then she had an existential crisis. So that was the thing. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. Um, we like the community, and we wanted to give back. That's basically it. Just got here. Who's out? An Alexandrite system. Sandra's out right now. We had Ellin out earlier. Live switch caught on camera. Ooh. So alerting is telling you when a certain thing is happening, and blocking is standing in front of you. Oh. So just standing in front of you and trying to let you know a thing is happening. Blotting. How did you all decide to be out as a system on video? I sometimes consider it as a future possibility, but the thought of someone in our area knowing and not hiring us / trying to hurt us. That last one, I will not lie, is scary. Basically, we take our life into our own hands with this. But I don't know. With the hiring thing, I feel like unless you're dissociated, or really big, and maybe your legal name is attached to this, the odds of someone finding you on there and not the odds of someone finding you and recognizing you, I feel, is pretty low. We trigger warning for voluntary sex work mention. This is going to be very brief. We know several sex workers because we're trans. It just kind of comes with it sometimes. And a lot of them have said, don't use your real name, but the odds of somebody seeing you in a video or something and recognizing you in your real actual life is statistically pretty low. Ring System says someone from high school has found us and watches our content, so it does happen. Yeah, it can happen. I'm not going to say it's impossible. I'm not going to say that it's I'm not going to say that you shouldn't be careful. I'm not going to say that it's not scary, but be careful, be safe, use a VPN. End of trigger warning, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. It's basically we're bad at keeping secrets, and it's something we wanted to talk about anyway. And it I'm a person who I don't. If I've helped someone, I don't really care about the consequences so much. The fact that so many of y'all have said we've made a significant impact on your life that's it. That's my choice is made for me, pretty much. I don't care if I'm stuck in the job I'm at for the rest of my life as a result of starting this YouTube channel. I've helped people, and like that's all I care about. I applaud all of you, though, because I imagine it takes a lot of collective courage to even start, let alone continue with your work. It's pretty noble, honestly. I thank you. That's yeah, thank you. Um, like I don't know. It's a thing we've considered, but I figure this isn't attached to our legal name, and like basically, if there is a picture of us online, it is very hard to attach to. Mm, not gonna make that a challenge, but shit's not attached to our real name. Um, Phoenix System calling us out for not being able to take compliments well. um, yeah, even our Facebook isn't our actual name. Um, like all of our friends, like I'm gonna stop this line of thought because I'm gonna accidentally dox myself or something. Um, yeah, don't put it on your real name. That's silly. Um, so yeah, the name I put down on resumes and stuff for hiring isn't the same name that I use on here, and isn't the same name I use on Facebook, and isn't the same name in general. You know, um, and part of that is just I started doing that because of being a trans woman. Like, um, like before I was out, I didn't want potential employers to look at my Facebook and see, like, this person's queer. I'm not going to hire them because I have shitty opinions about queer people. Um, I think if it's the same email, it can be linked, but maybe not. We use a separate email for YouTube, for system stuff. Um, yeah, like we try our best to be careful. Um, it's not like it would ruin our life, but you know, I'm saying too much. I gotta stop. Anyway, let's get off this topic. Anyone else got a question? No, it's fine. It's fine. I just have a big mouth. Tell us about tea. What about tea? Just about it in general? Do you want any more cats? Um, that's a tough question because trigger warning animal death. Um, we lost 3 cats in like a year and a half. And it was real rough on us. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but Archer is the only cat we have left at the moment. Um, I'm not sure if we want more cats. I'm not even sure if once Archer's done, if I want another cat, because like tough question. I don't know. Ideally, it would be nice to have another little kitten around. Do you tea? If so, what tea? So we had our like tea and tattoos story. Oh yeah. Hang on. So tea. We had our story of tea and tattoos, and we're big into like Earl Grey right now, like the London Fog concentrate. We show this in our day in the life video again. Sorry, Discord's on. How do I turn off the sound of this? Whatever, I'll mute it. Bam. So we made just a ton of that concentrate. It's in like a big jar like that, and it's like maybe a gallon of it. It's a lot. It kind of keeps forever if you keep it in the fridge. If you don't keep it in the fridge, it makes kombucha, which means also fine if you like kombucha, I guess. So we've been drinking that. We've been, making our little lattes with that. We mostly like herbal teas, though. A lot of like, anything with hibiscus and rose hips, like I am down. A lot of fruity stuff. Any sort of red tea is like pretty good. Teen Tattoo story was a good story. Thank you. I'm very proud of that video. Excuse me. Current Beb was our wife. Oh, Current Cat was our wife, but she ended up staying home with us instead of working with her. She picked us, not her. Oh. Animals are funny like that. Yeah, animals are good at telling when people are upset. Whenever I cry and Archer is around, he'll crawl on me and start purring. I know that purring with cats is like a thing that can like it helps healing or something in other cats, because I know when cats are sick, like another cat will come up and purr with them, and so I think it's an attempt to like make you stop feeling like so much pain, I guess. Yeah, my kids will crawl on me when I cry too. Yeah, it's a thing. Animals are good. It hurts my yeah. I can see if you have sensory issues, like how that might suck. Here's a question for you guys. Do you ever look at stuff back here? Like, do you ever actually like pay attention and look at that? Like, do you ever like really see our D&D books and stuff? And like this is all comics. We've added more stuffed animals as the time has gone on. We got Boober here. Soxes gave us that for gifting day. This was a birthday gift from a friend a few years ago. A couple of cats that we bought. We got Chewbacca as I think it's called a Tsum Tsum. And then we got Dr. Robot back here from The Woods by James Tinian IV and Michael Dialnis? Is that his name? Dialynis. I'm gonna say Dialnis. Okay, I'm glad that people have actually looked at all this. I put a lot of effort into making this set look like half decent. One day I'll put up these posters that we have here and still no frames for them. What's the thing on your wall left for us on your right? This or this? This is, it's got a picture of cats in it. It's like a painting of some cats. And, this, yeah, I realize that's not very helpful. The thing right above my head is behind the sign. This is a Hufflepuff banner. That's the Soxes. We have a lot of mixed feelings about Harry Potter nowadays, which is sad because we have some really good memories attached to it, but J.K. Rowling is a TERF, so that's that. Yeah, Slytherin represent. It's so hard when a creator that you like is garbage. A creator whose like work that you like is garbage. Yeah, the creator sucks, but your city now. Yeah, that's kind of what you have to do. I'm not going to buy anything Harry Potter ever again, but I'll enjoy my memories, and I'll who else has work that I like, but they're garbage? Any of these guys? No, I'm pretty selective with my stuff. Um, I'm sure there's somebody on there or somebody up there. But yeah, Death of the Author is Louis C.K. Yeah, that's a hard one because I really do like his early comedy, but he is a garbage person who like forced a lot of people out of the industry who could have done like cool things, and also he, you know, all that stuff. And end of that conversation. Our host is Hufflepuff. He got real upset when he found out about what happened. Yeah, it's a bummer, dude. Basically, what I say to everyone who is like into Harry Potter and doesn't like the transphobia and like the racism and stuff, get into Animorphs. That's it. The two authors of that, Kate and Catherine and Michael Applegate, real cool people. Their daughter is a trans girl, and they've been like incredibly openly supportive of her. And there's stuff like in the actual books about how like it sucks how people don't support like gay people and especially gay kids. There's something where Tobias is talking about what would happen if people found out there were aliens on Earth, and he was like, people freak out when there's and don't let a gay kid in Boy Scouts. They're not gonna react well to aliens. Yeah. I remember I tweeted that at like a screenshot of that at K.A. Applegate when I was reading it through that one. And I was like, this is like really crazy, like progressive to have a kid's book in like 1998. And she actually responded. She like quote retweeted and said like, she said like, I wish we had done more. Which, goddamn. Yeah, Tobias does get stuck as a bird. Spoilers for the first book, I guess. But there's like 64 of them, and I own all of them. I own all of the Animorph books. It is like my entire first shelf and like half of the second shelf over there. It's a lot. The rules for it were insane. The rules for Animorphs, you can't stay in Morph for more than 2 hours or else you'll get stuck. Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's great. I love Animorphs. I need to finish it. Oh, the rules for D&D probably that you meant, because people are also talking about D&D in chat. I'm going on about my special interest here. Used to flip the corners and watch them transform. Yeah. We want to play D&D so bad. Yeah, D&D is fun. I mean, if you have a couple of friends that are like into it, like I always say, you can run a game, you can DM a game. Like there is no special skill that you need. Like you don't need to be like, I don't know. People are into like Adventure Zone and Critical Role. I love Adventure Zone for the most part. I haven't listened to much of Critical Role. You did mean Animorphs. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Sorry. But you don't have to like be an artist or be a writer to like have fun playing D&D. They make modules. If you're not like super creative, like go grab not Horde of Dragon Queen. Horde of Dragon Queen is garbage. Grab Curse of Strahd or something. It gives you like everything you need for this world. You're still going to have to improv, I'm afraid to tell you, because it's no plan survives contact with the players. I have friends who D&D, but I'm a baby and I'm scared, Lamau. You can always ask to sit in. I think that's a nice way to like to get into it if you're interested. And if you're creative, homebrew is awesome. Gotta go have a good rest of the stream. Thank you so much for dropping by, guys. Power to the plurals. I love the work you've done for the community. I hope you have a nice night or day. I don't know what time it is in the Netherlands, but I hope you have a nice time of your day. I play to spend time with my friends, but I never fully understand what's going on. Yeah, I've DM'd for those before. I always appreciate that they're there and they're having fun. We're going to wrap this up soon, but because we're talking about D&D, I'm going to show you guys like my D&D notes. Because I homebrew. I homebrew for D&D, but also we used to do homebrew here. Unrelated. So the thing I like to say for the DM is that the game extends to outside when you're playing it. What is homebrew? Homebrew for Dungeons & Dragons means that you are creating your own campaign. Typically it means you're like creating your own setting as well. But you can use an established setting and still like homebrew a campaign. Like you could be in like the Forgotten Realms or in Eberron, Dark Sun, all that, and have your own campaign. But for ours, I made my own like world and stuff. This is my baby. Like this is all Sandra. So like these are the notes for it. This just triggered me. I don't understand D&D stuff. All right, sorry that you got triggered, a unicorn. I hope you have a relaxing time. Setting world skills, spells, rules, etc. Anything you want to change or make, you can. Yeah. A lot of people don't like think about homebrewing spells. I always think of like what's in the. I almost said DSM, man. Wires are getting crossed here. Um, in the player's handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, that sort of thing. I always say that that's just what is like commonly known. You can always make up your own spells. I think that's cool. Just run it by your DM. And be open to feedback. So anyway, got a ton of notes. I'm obviously not going to show you guys everything, but so like this heater, man, it's not heating this room. It just makes noise. So this is the notebook I use like while we are playing. Like I just take notes as we go because like I think Matthew Mercer said it best in one of his like DM help videos where he was like, write stuff down as you're playing because eventually your players are going to go, oh, you know who will help with this? Billy. And you'll go, Billy was 6 months ago. Who is Billy? But you can flip through and you can find who Billy is. Like, oh, let's grab a name from here. Zentar the Centaur. Like if my players are like, oh, let's try and find Zentar the Centaur again, I'm gonna be like, all right, let me go to my actual notes on who the hell that is. We have mental illnesses in our current game. It's a work in progress. It's been so fun to work on. Mental health is a spin for us. I don't know what a spin means, but that's very cool. Having like your own disorders, illnesses, that's very cool. I gotta think about that. I'm always a little wary to include mental stuff in our game, even though plurality has like shown up even before we realized we're a system. Like plurality is a big theme in this campaign. Phone died. You're back. Hello, Gray. So this is all of the notes I've taken over like 2 years of playing. We started in like November 2017, so it's as long as I've been on HRT. So like 2 years, 3 months, 4 months. And like it's just, there is just so much in here. It's very dense. The campaign has changed a lot over time. I'm not going to give a whole summary of it, but it's a whole thing. So then I think this one is it. Yeah, this one is my little bit of like world lore. So I've got like a calendar of, I made my own calendar for this world and like planets and stuff, and like this world had, oh my god, now it's got the heater going. Hang on. Oh, that was up there. Ugh. Us and instead of spin. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so like I made my own calendar for this world, which I'll show in a bit, and this world has 3 moons, so it's like 1 moon and then 2 moons orbit around that moon. So I wrote out like how many cycles it takes, or how many days it takes to complete 1 cycle for each of these moons, and that's all in the calendar too. A bunch of like holidays and stuff. A system for like marking out what year it is, talking about all the islands and stuff, and designs of like all the money in the kingdom. I let them more or less make that up as they go, or I think I make that up as we go. It's been a while since I've had to make up some money. Yeah, so I got like all of that in here. What do you call that? A ternitary? I don't know. Like, I tried to Google this when I was thinking of that idea. I'm not sure if this is a real like space phenomenon or not. I just think it was cool. You remind me of Patrick Rothfuss. I don't know who that is. Hey Google, show me a picture of Patrick Rothfuss.
Patrick Rothfuss. Here you go.
Oh, he's a DM. I'm guessing. He's got a beard for a DM. No, not the look. Yeah, thank you. Oh, he's a fantasy writer. That's cool. And then this one is like my... So I wrote the Chaos Emeralds into my game by mistake. I was like, so there are these orbs that they each have their own like weird power, and then when you combine them, it's like they do something like real special. And so, of course, my friend who's real into Sonic, he went, "You mean the Chaos Emeralds?" It was too late by that point, so I've kind of embraced it. The characters found a book that like talks about these orbs because they're kind of going around collecting them. Yeah, kind of Infinity Stones too, to be honest. So I was like, I need to figure out what all these like combinations do. So I wrote out like this is like supposed to be the version of like the physical book that they have in the game. This is mostly for my benefit, so I know what like every combination does. I haven't finished it, but I've gotten enough that like I don't have to improv very much of it because I don't know, I want it to be very like concrete. Here's the thing about DMing. I will not use most of this. Like, this is kind of for my own fun. And you can steal as much of this for your own campaign as you want. Like, the calendar I was talking about has like all the moon cycles and stuff, and I've written like what the players did like each day because I'm like tracking actual time in the game. In like the 2 years that we've been playing, they've played like 30 days. That's it. It's been a weird month for them. So yeah, it's got like all the moon cycles and stuff, and there's like I looked through and there's like one day each year when like all the moons are full, and one day where all the moons are like new moons. So I made those holidays because that seems like a holiday thing. I don't know why I closed it. There are a couple more things. I got like map of the world and some dungeon maps. I'm not going to show that one because that name might not be great. Oh yeah, this one is like a crypt. Yep. Builds all sorts of stuff that never makes it into the books. It just sort of backs it up behind the scenes. Yeah, it does make it feel more real. That's why I'm into it. That's why I really like about doing this. Like, if like players go into a new region and they're like, so like what what's this area like? Like, who's the ruler of this place? Like, okay, I don't have any of that thought out normally. But, like, what's this population like? What, all sorts of little questions. I can, most of the time, either improv it or, like, I can go from here. And that's cool. How many people do you have in the campaign? How do you get everyone together? For us, it's like herding cats. Yep, that's the D&D experience. That's the real game. So we have 4 people, including us. It's us, Holiday Socks System, and then 2 other friends. And it's hard just coordinating those 4 people. Like, I used to DM for a group of like 5 or 6, and 5 or 6 players, and then me. And that was a lot, but also we had more free time because we were in college. And also I wasn't going to classes in college, so I had a lot of free time. Spends months of working on a world for the backstory and lore, and the players spend the whole game fishing. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. But it's fun. I think, like, I said before, basically, like, no campaign survives contact with the players, and I think that's what makes it special. I think that a lot of people have this idea that D&D is like the dungeon master tells you a story, and you like make choices in it, but it's like it's their story, like it's their thing, like you're just playing in it. No, the DM is also a player, and I feel that it should be a collaborative storytelling experience. That's it. So anyway, we spent the last like 30 minutes of this talking about my special interests, so that's cool. I think we're gonna wrap up unless anyone has like a final question here. Oh, thank you. I think I'm a good DM. Sometimes the dice do want to end you. That happens. I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds. And if no one gets a question. Did I drink enough water today? No, I probably did not. I'm gonna get better about that. Our special interests, we geeked out together. Yeah, thanks, guys. All right. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. This was a lot of fun, and I want to do this again soon. Question, how did you get over fears of live streaming and keeping up with the chat? Having people here helped. My fear was basically only that, like, no one would show up. Having you guys as a mod also helped. Once I realized I could just do that, I can trust that you guys would like take anything that was bad down. Plus, we're a small enough channel that no one's coming in here to troll this. Like, come on. Yeah, I'm probably going to go back through this video and just add like timestamps for when trigger warnings begin and end, just for if anyone watches this back. Do you ever get overwhelmed communicating inside? Yes, it happens. You just kind of take it as it comes. I have no advice. I'm sorry. Ready to fight trolls? Yeah, let me roll for initiative, man. Fight those trolls. All right. I think I've rambled for long enough. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I'm going to drink a little bit of water before we go. New video is going to be out on Monday, and that's going to be our day in the life one. It was a lot of fun to film. Not sure how fun it's going to be to edit, but yeah, I'm sorry, Team Virubus. I'm gonna say Virubus. Yeah, we're actually just ending. But So the VOD is going to be up, and I think there's some good stuff in there if you want to watch that. And we'll stream again someday soon. So yeah, video is going to be up on Monday, and thank you guys again. This was a lot of fun. All right, see you guys.